Do you think love is enough to sustain a marriage?
Because you're so fine that I'm going to just be committed to you. Sorry, it doesn't work that way.
If I can do it, there's some corners that the man should be able to cut, because I don't understand. We both brought this child to the world. So does this now mean that it's risky to marry somebody whose father wasn't present?
Me, who's more romantic?
I'm more romantic than you. Are you joking?
How can you be more romantic?
Casey.
At the point he cannot.
Are we talking about a fight that we had? Finally, I'm doing a sit down with hubby, Casey. Good look, Casey is what you want everybody to call you, right?
Man, good look, Casey, fine boy.
You don't start. Voila. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omi Odike Nwachukwu. I had to bring my husband for this because this is a new segment. It's a relationship advice segment. You get me? The both of us give the best advice on relationship. And so I said I want to start a relationship segment where we just discuss, things happening, right? He will expose all the guy code. Now expose the girl code. Yes. Talking about exposing guy code, yeah? Is it bad, or do men feel somehow when you don't call them like love names? Like, I always call you Casey a lot of times. And I want you to be very truthful. What do you feel?
Depends on the guy. You have to know the guy that you're with. There are some guys who don't care.
Right?
About that really. They are looking at other things. Maybe your action, how you treat them. They don't care about what you call them. Then there are some guys who take that as part of the whole process of showing love. Like, how can you not be calling me sweet names if you love me? It just depends on the person.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
There's some guys that will be mad. There's some guys.
But how do you feel about this? Like, do you feel like, why are you calling me Casey? Why aren't you calling me sweetheart? You don't care?
Not really.
How I see it, like, I've dated him for a while. We've dated for a long time. I've been calling him Casey. You get me? Like, and he's not like a very romantic person, if I'm being truthful. He's not. Do you understand? So I feel like it would be awkward if you ask me, should I bring the camera closer?
Me, who's more romantic?
I'm more romantic than you. Are you joking?
How can you be more romantic?
Casey knows.
Them just.
Wait, you're talking about casting?
Yeah.
Are you romantic? Are Nigerian men romantic? You can be.
Yeah.
Even when I try to be romantic, like, Casey makes it look very awkward. Like,
because she's not romantic. Like, if she would just come one time and just start acting. Oh, I'm like, okay, so.
But that's romance now. Do I need to plan it? Do I need to say, okay, I want to be romantic?
Like, once in 2 months, then you now come up. You look suspicious now. I got to look at you like, okay, what happened? What do you want?
Wait, is it once in 2 months?
I said I don't want to cast you. Let's just leave it like that. Make your fans know. See you finish.
What do you mean? No, I think I'm a romantic person.
Okay.
And I think you're not romantic. I think a lot of guys. Wait, no. Oh, let me learn now. I think a lot of guys are not romantic. Okay. Obviously, like, do you think tell us one romantic thing that you do. Romantic.
That I do.
Yeah, just tell me the last romantic thing that you have done. Tell me.
I don't
that
know.
Is romantic. But you're dissing me that I'm not. Me, at least I try once in 2 months. I be you.
You still one romantic thing with that.
Next question.
Okay.
Next question, you guys. The next question is, do you think love is enough to sustain a marriage? No. What do you think is it necessary to sustain a marriage? Even though our marriage is still very young, however, what do you think?
Let me first say no. I don't think love, because if you want to base your marriage on love, there are times that you don't just feel like it. You can maybe be angry. Yeah. You can, some other emotions would creep up along the way that you doubt the love. What sustaining marriage, one is determination. You got to be determined that the marriage is going to work. You are going to make it work, even when it doesn't suit you. I'll put it like that because there are times you have to do things that normally you would not do. Normally you don't want to do. Maybe
if you're on your own, you will not do it normally. Or
if I was dating self, If it was just like maybe I was in a normal relationship, was not marriage, was dating, I would not do like middle fingers up, everybody to your tent to Israel. Go to your father's house, I'm not your father. You know? But determination. Secondly, I would say the fear of God. Because I know me and you have had these conversations. I always say like one of the major reasons in relationships today is that people expect righteousness from unrighteous people. You know, and a lot of things that you guys want in the relationship are fruits of righteousness.
How does it say? He said like a bad guy with a sprinkle of Jesus.
But that sprinkle of Jesus is not enough, because you say you're in a relationship and you chose him because he's a fine boy, he's rich, he got money, he's tall, dark, handsome, blah blah blah, and you want him to be faithful. But faithfulness is an act of righteousness. It cannot be faithful because why am I faithful? Man, I can have all the chicks in the world. You know, I got the money, I'm fine, the girls want me, or you think you're so pretty because you're so fine that I'm going to just be committed to you, man. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. In marriage, like in my marriage now, I can trust in Omi's fear of God, not in Omi. Instead, I have trust that Omi would not do certain things, not because she's married to me, not because she loves me, not because, you know, she's a good person, but I know that she loves God. And I see her making effort to please God, to walk in God's way, in his path. And in doing that, I know that she's not going to do certain things, not because of me, because of God. So I can trust that. And she also knows that there are certain things I will not do. There are certain behaviors that I would not put up because I love God. I've read it in the Bible. You know, we had biblical discussions where I stated some of these things and say, man, you know, in Ephesians 6, it's stated there that the husband should do this and do this and do this, and it's the responsibility of the husband to do this and do this. And those things kind of like work as a check in my head. A lot of times I'm mad at her and I'm just like, yo, I just think like, man, that's the same way like I sin and God is mad at me, and we the church are like the bride of Christ, and this is my own bride, and me as a bride, I know I'm not perfect. I fall astray, I sin, and he still forgives me. And my wife is getting angry, is making me angry, and I want to now be mad. No, I cannot be mad. I got to forgive her now. The Bible it also says, forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. So you see how the fear of God is just kind of like controlling the whole scenario here.
But let me step in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's spoken at length about God, which is important. So I'm just going to add to that. Of course, no, love is not enough to keep you married, my sister. I think patience. Gosh, marriage will bring out patience that you do not know that you have, especially, and I think that's also something that you need to foresee when you're entering into marriage. Childbirth. When you born a child like this, my sister, it requires something in you, that at that point in time, it's not love you're thinking about. It's not that you love this man that you're thinking about. At some point, you even question if the man loves you. Take it from me, because we're young. We just got married. We have a child. You would question, does this man even love me? Because if you love me, you won't be doing this. Do you get me? So patience is very key. Were you laughing? Okay. Patience is very key. And maybe understanding, not only maybe, understanding is also key. A lot of times, you'd have to put yourself in, I try to put myself in his position. I try to just say, okay, you know what? Because before then, I'm an understanding person normally, but before then, I would expect from him. So I had to get to a point where I don't want to keep hurting myself. I don't want to keep getting angry. So I'll just say, okay, you know what? Think about it. And I think that's obviously like the help of the Holy Spirit, because I work with the Holy Spirit a lot. I can't even lie to you, yeah. And I'll put myself and say, okay, think about it. He's done this, that. Do you get me? Okay, because he's done this and that. Okay, so how about you now try and do this? Because if you keep on waiting for him to do it, you might not. Because you need to keep yourself sane. It's a lot. Love is love. Yeah, you gotta love the person, but my sister, inside it, there are a lot of strong values. Do you get me? And try to make yourself happy. Oh yeah, that's it. Don't always expect him to don't expect him to be the source of your happiness. Like at the beginning of our marriage, I used to look at his face a lot. If you see his, I'll say, why did you hiss now? What did you do? Why did you? My sister, right now, if he is, I'll just say, oh me, he's hissing because of whatever he's thinking about in his head. You be doing what you're doing. I'm telling you, you'll be doing what you're doing. But when I just entered the marriage, I used to be very concerned. Why do you hiss now? I'll be thinking, but what did I say now? What did I? Hey, my dear, you see, nothing has spoken about love here. Because it's two human beings living together. Do you get me? So you have to find a way to live with each other so that then love can now be sprinkled in the air. Do you get me?
But don't get wrong, the love is still required, though. Because it's that love that when you're wherever I am and she's where she is, she pops up in my mind. I remember things. I smile.
Love is the foundation.
Even when we are having fights, that is the reason why, even in the fights, as long as the fight is going on, there's no peace because of the love,
But if there's no peace because of the love, how come some people act like, if this fight reach 1 year, I'm ready? I swear. Some people act like that.
It's usually maybe
like I've heard of a couple that going on 2 months, the man is like, I'm not talking to you.
Maybe the man feels the woman is not understanding. I can understand I can understand that. The woman, the reason for the fight might be very uncalled for, or it might, whatever it is, the man is probably looking at him like, we should not be fighting over this, and they're fighting, and the man is taking it out of proportion, and then she's now trying to making the man feel like, this guy is your fault, you must do this, and the man is like, I ain't doing nothing.
Okay,
you want to verse, whatever is going to happen. When you're tired, you calm down.
But wait, yeah. If the man feels like, okay, because the reason is uncalled for, do you get me? How about he also looks at it from the lady's point of view? I always say, we're not mad people. See, no, chill.
Okay.
We're not mad people. I'm not mad. Or I'm not stupid. You get me? Now, it depends on, of course, you should know who you're married to. Now, if I am expressing a displeasure about something, I'm telling you that it's hurting me. Sometimes, the man might act like he does not understand the basis of the hurt, so that complaint is useless. If you love me, this human being is telling you this thing you're doing is hurting me, and you're literally telling me how I'm supposed to live.
Okay.
How?
Okay, let's say, for example, the thing he's doing is that he's going to work and coming back by 8 o'clock, and he has to go to work and come back by 8 o'clock. You understand? And she's like, me, I have a child. I just had a child. You should leave your work by 4 o'clock because you have a child. How?
If you can, Casey.
But he cannot.
You can leave your work.
At the point, he cannot.
Are we talking about a fight that we had?
No,
or
he cannot.
No, but I feel like if there's
no money or shortage of money, it's still him that's going to deal with that mental stress. Because the woman will not be like, there's no milk,
Casey, let's be
there's
truthful.
no food.
That's why I said the woman is not mad. I feel like a woman that knows that her husband cannot leave the office before 8 o'clock cannot ask her husband to leave before 8 o'clock.
How does she know? Is she in
because she's married to the man.
But does she go to the office with him? Does she know the condition of his
chill.
office?
Wait, relax. So you're married to somebody, you've known the person, all of a sudden a child comes, suddenly she doesn't know the condition of the office. What's that?
maybe before you before the child came, you were not noticing it. But now because there's a child involved,
babes, don't let's
now
not try to be that. Let's not try to be smart. It's a lie. If I'm married to you, wait, I don't understand. It's the same office now. Did you get promoted or what? No, let's be truthful now.
I don't know. I'm just creating.
It's just like now. Perfect. I have a child now. Before I had a child, ask him. I sleep by 3 a.m. I'm working. I'm always in my office editing video, shooting video. He can come. I can make up by 7 p.m. in the evening and make a video sharp and edit that video that nice. But I have a child now. All those things has got dry. I don't do Big Brother review. I'm sure you've noticed because life has changed. If I'm being truthful, you get me? Yeah. I'm literally like altering myself to take care of the child. I am. The reason I want to work is because I want to be able to take care of myself. There are things I want to buy for myself that I don't want to disturb my husband. You guys, I want to work. But right now, I'm literally forfeiting a lot of things because I have a child. I have to take care of my child. I have to be there for. You get me? Like, I'm doing it. If I can do it, there's some corners that the man should be able to cut because I don't understand. We both brought this child to the world. It's two of us that brought the child to the world. You cannot all of it. Just imagine my husband is saying, all of a sudden right now, she doesn't know the office. She doesn't know, but she knew before the baby came.
But now, you cutting your job is because you now have a responsibility to take care of the child. Your job before, was the house solely dependent on your job before that time?
The house wasn't dependent on my job.
Okay. So you can see like
I know where you're going, and I already have response to that.
Okay.
Really? You're going to say okay? Like when I was talking, I said the reason I am working. You guys, by the way, I'm writing a book. You see that book like this? Ladies have to pick up a copy because I spilled a lot of things, and every time you read the book, you understand some things. I promise you. But like I said the reason I'm working is because I want to be able to do some things for myself. It's just like now. Take for example, childbearing has damaged my hair. Guys, I was washing my hair yesterday. My hair was dropping like. I don't want to be insensitive here, but you know when somebody's sick, you know how the hair falls off. That's how my hair was falling off. It's scary. I know that I need to go and do better shopping for hair care products. If I ask my husband, I want to go and buy hair care product, he might say, I don't have money now. Look at all I'm doing in the house, so I don't have money. Do you get me? That's the reason I'm working. So that if I want to do something that I know that is important to me, because guess what? It's my hair. It's also my self-esteem. My husband will come home and say, my wife now has a one woman hair. Based on my whole front hair is gone. You get me? He's even coming here. It's a joke, but he's dissing me. You understand what I'm saying? So, and if I not come and say, I want to go and buy hair products, and it might cost, because hair products are expensive. It might cost 20K. He might say, Omi, do you know how much? But if I have my own money, I'll say, honey, I want to go and buy hair products. So I will go and buy. That's why I'm working. So even though the money is not like, the house doesn't depend on your money, it is still important to me as a human being. That's why I'm working. But now I'm letting go of a lot of things. There are things that I'm not buying right now. It's just like typical Omi before baby. I don't go shop since to buy new dresses. I will travel and go and buy dresses. But I've not bought a thing because I forfeited that thing. Because you know what? Don't worry. We will get there where I can now put in energy for my work. Let me take care of my child. Do you get? So if I'm going to put myself through that stress, so why can't my husband just cut 1 or 2 hours to just be there, to be helpful, to be... See how we're discussing?
I'm just creating scenario.
Now you now, boy.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here to the fullest. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're here to the fullest.
I'm here.
I'm here to the fullest too, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
If I know.
If you're not here, I know.
If I'm not here, you know. No.
But you're here. That's all that matters.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, baby. You're such a natural in this fatherhood thing. Casey, who told you guys? Let me tell you, these questions are coming from people that watch my vlog. You did not see me as natural mother. Is it that Casey? Yeah. Okay, but let's talk about. I think this is an important one, really. Can you share perspective that helps you do fatherhood and support system so flawlessly?
Natural. I'm not any natural. A lot of times I'm confused. I don't know what to do. She knows. A lot of times if I'm carrying the baby, if he's crying, I'm like, "Mommy," he said, "Ma, let's
I'm
go."
telling you.
You know, but
So,
but I try my best to do what I can do when I can do it. Also, I'll say my background kind of maybe helped because if you know me well, if you know me rich house, like my dad is like so all about us, like us, the kids, my mom. He will inconvenience himself over and over again to make sure I'm happy growing up. My dad was kind of like that if we are sleeping and there's no light, my dad would stay up all night finding us.
really?
Like, finding us, me and my sis, he will find us. Like, I'm serious. I remember doing me and my sis were talking about like, so like
You had a father
I had
that was
him, I had a
present.
very present dad
Yeah.
who would do everything for us. You know,
Yeah.
who like let me tell you a story. When I was a kid, there was this thing my dad used to do. Back then Nigeria had been good, they used to work in UAC, then they used to have like meal tickets, they get lunch in the office, they get desserts, I doubt Nigerian offices now have cafeteria self.
No, but no, Jai.
But
But like multinational, yeah, there.
you know what? Then
So
he
I just
would
this
bring-
Nigeria. Ay God. You guys prove him wrong. Tell him that your offices are
Man,
bomb.
you guys should do better.
Okay, fine.
That's what everybody should do better. So yeah, he would a lot of times he would bring back his lunch from work. Back then we used to like flex, like, yo, daddy brought food from the office, we would eat. It hit me like the times when he brought that thing home, not because it was flex or anything. He stayed hungry in the office. He didn't eat because there was no food. There was really like no food in the house. So he brought his lunch from work to the house so that they would garnish it up to make it more and everybody would eat, to add up. Now I'm grown. I look back at it and I'm like, man,
You root for you guys, man.
that's tough.
Yeah.
When you go to work, ordinarily me, if I go to work like this, I never chill by 2 o'clock, guy, but you don't shake.
Or now could Casey, even if he goes outside and he eats, he will still come back and say, "Is there no food?"
That kind of thing. So watching him
Yeah.
be a great father, as in I picked up a couple of pointers.
See, I must just ask something, yeah? So does this now mean that it's risky to marry like somebody whose father wasn't present?
True.
Yeah, I'll say yes, man.
Before I got married, my mom used to always tell me that thing, man. Before you get married, look at the person's background. If the person is coming from a background where the parents are not together, you know that person, if you marry that person, you and that person might suffer that same thing. You guys might not be together at the end of it because that is what they are used to.
Your mom just tell you, really?
Yeah, used to tell me
Really?
that. Like, always look at their home. Whatever you see in their home, just know like that person is going to probably remodel it. If you go to their home and their mom talks anyhow and it's a girl, the girl is going to talk anyhow. If the dad talks anyhow, the boys will probably talk anyhow. If the father is disrespectful to the mom, the boys will probably be disrespectful too. You understand? But there are people who don't turn out like that. Some people look at that and be like, yo, I don't want to be like my parents, But a lot of people turn out, to remodel where they are coming from.
Who is that?
Where they are coming from. I think it's
He's not knocking like that. You guys, hold on.
Hi, sorry, I'm back. So yeah, a
It's
lot of people
really
remodel where they're coming from, That is an advice I'll give you. And I don't want it to be like, yo, man, I'm insensitive to people coming from single backgrounds or broken homes. But if you're not coming from a broken home, it's a caution you should, you should take.
But okay. Can I say something?
Yeah, say.
So first of all, I agree with you, And I've actually seen like it happen where like somebody got married to someone from a broken home and their home broke. Because for real, it's just like how he talked about, he has stories of his father and all. If you do not see that father do that thing, then you really don't. I mean, it's what you have that you give
you
now.
don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, and it's not wrong, because it's really what, if you don't know, what are you giving? I cannot demand of you something that you don't even know what, you get me? Like someone that maybe the father left at 5 and not died, the father left, so that means the father is alive, but he's all, the person does not know what to give a 7-year-old child or a 10-year-old child. The person has no idea. However, I want to say something. If you're from,
and let me also say that you see that child that he left by 5.
yeah,
When he's grown, he would not see anything wrong to leave you,
yeah,
the girl.
yeah,
When you have a child that is
Yeah.
5 years old,
Yeah.
just know that, because he would be like, my dad left me and I'm fine.
yes, and
I came up, I'm okay. The boy will be okay. You guys will be okay. My mother was okay. So just know that.
yeah.
The mindset.
But I want to say something here. If you're from a broken home, now you can decide for yourself to be better. My dad died early. My dad died when I just finished secondary school. I hoped he had lived longer, because I mean, secondary school I was under their shell. But like when I now got to university and I needed fatherly advice, like, okay, don't go, stand, move, you get me? He wasn't there. My mother used to tell me something. My mother used to say to me, if you don't have a father, you can look at people, do you get me? So let's say you go to your friend's house and you see your friend's father, you can just look. And instead of you to feel bad, like, I don't have a father, no, just listen to the advice, right? Listen to how the father is guiding them. Let that be your learning, like your school. So what I did was that I went online, as maybe year 2, year 3, year 100 level. I will listen to all these motivational speakers. I took them like father figures. You get me? So look for father figures or mother figures. Look for all the, say, if like, let's say you don't have a mother, right, in your house, and your mother is whatever, you can look for prominent women in Nigeria. Let's say this woman, Awoshika. Listen to the advice. Take them like mothers. It would fill you up. It will make you grounded. Do you understand? So that when somebody meets you and you begin to speak, you would not sound like somebody who doesn't have it balanced, right? Yeah, because just like how he said, he doesn't want you to think he's insensitive. If you sound balanced, even when the person finally realizes that your father left, or you don't have, the person would trust you that he's speaking to, do you get me, than somebody who did not. So just be intentional about it. Don't feel bad. It's okay. That's your reality. Boom. But intentionally look for father figures and mother figures. Find them online. Look for all these advices that people have given men. You get, or women.
Okay. And adding to that, read your Bible.
Oh,
because
yeah, that's true.
It would guide you on how you should act.
That's
you
true.
know, when the Bible talks about the fruits of the flesh, fruits of the spirit, I want you to pay attention to that. Try and inculcate those fruits of the spirit
into your life.
In your life.
Yeah.
And those fruits of this flesh, be aware of them, and if you are experiencing any of them in your life, try and start working to get over them. Don't let anger, greed, selfishness and all those things, sexual immorality control you. Try and start, because all those things are habits. The same way you pick them up slowly start dropping them. Every time you catch yourself doing them, remember, like, no, change. Change the direction of your action, or and work on that. Read your Bible so you know more attributes you should pick up, because you see those attributes, they will help you. You will be a changed person, even if you don't have people or parents to learn from,
or even if like your mother had like bad character, your father had bad character, you would see that in the Bible. You would get,
know that this is a bad character.
And you have the ability to work on it with the Holy Spirit. That's so true. Okay. We'll keep you many questions for another time. He has to run and go and do something.
There'll be a part 2, right?
Please, this is a whole segment, my brah.
Okay.
If you have any questions about relationship, for real, I would like to talk about different things. Like, I mean, he has a lot of guy codes to spill, for real. So go to the comment section and ask us questions.
You know me, I'm still nervous. I'm trying to loosen up.
Are you nervous?
Do it. I don't know.
But you're not acting nervous.
But I know in my brain I'm not just like
Relax.
free as I
It's just me
wanna
and you
be.
talking.
I
No,
know.
no send down like
I know.
that.
Don't worry. We'll be better. Experience always makes you better.
Yeah,
Make
that's
me more
true.
fluent.
Yeah, that's true.
Make more jokes.
Enjoy, baby. If you want to
Yeah.
make jokes, make jokes.
Yeah.
At least talk to your homie. We're chill people. You get me?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it by Daddy. Subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any points to make, please talk to us in the comment section as well. I want to do this weekly to get this man to sit down. I think I've been talking to you about this in like maybe over a month.
Don't worry. Just
Please, let's do it weekly.
lights, camera.
You get me? Please, let's do it
I'll
weekly.
come
I
and sit
beg.
down.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.